is E-Man Booze. It's not every day that you come across a really great rye whiskey. And I done discovered this one the other day when I was traipsing around in the liquor store. And this evening we're going to tell you all about this here James Oliver rye whiskey. Now, I spoke to the president of the company that makes this spirit. They're called Indio Spirits. And his name is Bob Turner. And Bob's a really nice fella. He's been in the spirits business since 1962. So he's got over 50 years experience. And when he put his mind to making a rye whiskey, he done did the right thing. Because this here spirit in the bottle is a really good spirit. And we're going to nose it up this evening and taste it and tell you what we think about it. But a little bit of the history behind it. It gets its name from Bob's grandfather, James Oliver Turner, who when he was 14 years of age, he was traipsing around in the woods in Mississippi and come across a real live working copper pot still. Now the owners of the still saw him, they knew who he was, and instead of kicking him off their property, they took him under their wing and they taught him how to make moonshine. So for years, Bob's grandfather, James Oliver, ran moonshine into Tennessee, in Memphis and parts of Mississippi and places like that, and did it for many years. And that's where the spirit gets its name from. So a little bit of legend and historical significance behind the name of the spirit. Now, it is 100% rye. There's no other grain in this here bottle. And they're rare. You don't find too many rye whiskeys that are 100% rye. It's tough to make them. So what they're doing is they're taking the rye whiskey after they ferment it and get it distilled, and they're sticking it in 53-gallon charred oak barrels. But the char on the barrels is a number 4 char. It's a very aggressive dark char, also known as the alligator char. It's known as the alligator char because if you looked inside the barrel after they charred it, it kind of looked like alligator skin. And that number 4 char imparts a lot of really distinct wood flavors and caramel notes and vanilla notes into the spirit in much less time than an older age spirit. So in 4 years, this here spirit can get so much goodness out of the wood, it don't even need to be aged more than 4 years of age. And that's what makes it so special. So I put some in the glass a couple of minutes ago, and what we're going to do is nose it up, and we're going to taste it, and we're going to see what it's all about. Let's give her a whirl. It's 100 proof now, so it's got a nice alcohol level to it, but it's not so hot on the nose that it's singeing your nose hairs or anything like that. Come across really nice on the nose. You get the barrel tones and the char, the vanilla, the oak right off the bat. Very forward on the vanilla. You're picking up things here like cinnamon. I'm getting some anise. I'm getting some honey tones, some toffee tones. I'm getting a little bit of citrus notes here. Picking up a little fruit here, like a dark blackberry or a black currant. It's just wonderful on the nose. There's a little citrus note here, like lemon peel or something like that. And just a little faint whisper of mint, which is very common with ryes. And you're getting all the goodness of the rye grain. You're picking up the black pepper notes in here as well. Let's give a whirl on the palate, see what we think here. It's so forward with the vanilla. I love it. The cinnamon tones, the anise tones, the toffee notes, definitely got the caramel in it. The rye spiciness, the black peppers, the white peppers. Let me get another nip at it here. I'm getting that dark currant fruit note, maybe even a little touch of cocoa in the back here. Super complex, woody, phenolic, in a good way. One more. Honey, toffee. This is remarkable because I don't taste a lot of these notes in rye that are 2, 3, and 4, 5 years older than this, and I attribute that to the high char level that they use in the barrels. I think that's a really neat thing that they're doing here with this spirit, and we should compliment them on their attempts at what they're doing here. This is a great sipping whiskey. However, I think it's clean enough that you can make some dynamite cocktails, like your Manhattans and some of the other cocktails that you would make with rye. Now, where can you get this at? Let me get the iPad up here so I can tell you, because it's available in many, many states. You can find it here in Washington State. Here we go. Washington State, Oregon, California, Nevada, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Georgia, New York, New Jersey, and most recently here in Maryland, D.C., and Delaware, and from what Bob said, also Maine, Vermont, and Massachusetts. So it's available in quite a few markets, and it's right around that $30 mark. So you can't beat this spirit for what it gives you for that $30 price tag. So I'm loving it. Now, Indio Spirits, on the internet, you can find them at indiospirits.com, and they make a whole bunch of other spirits. They're very famous for the Snake River Stampede whiskey, which is a Canadian whiskey aged 8 years with the addition of Spanish sherry. They also have a lemongrass lime vodka, a blood orange vodka, a Oregon Marionberry vodka, a wasabi vodka, and they make a gin and something called Red Island rum. So they're making all kinds of neat spirits. So check them out on the internet at indiospirits.com. Check me out. I'm E-Man Booze. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I write the Distillery of the Month column for MainStreetDistilleries.com. Check this here rye out from Indio Spirits, this James Oliver rye whiskey. You will not be disappointed. Bye, you all.